Okay, so today we're going to talk about subtraction strategies, but like just very much like what we've been doing the last couple of days. All right, so our question is, how can acting on a problem help you solve the problem? So this is a little bit hard to do, to act something out when we're virtual like this, but that's okay. We are going to draw pictures and work through these problems just like we've been doing the last couple of days. All right, so Kyle had 13 hats. He gave 5 hats to Jake. How many hats does Kyle have now? So we know we're subtracting. We had 13 and we gave away 5. So let's break our problem down and come up with a plan. Read, what information am I given? I'm given that the information that Kyle had 13 hats. My problem told me that. It also told me that Kyle gave 5 to Jake. Um, so what is my plan or my strategy? I know that I can subtract to make 10 to solve the problem. I'm just going to put subtract there since I don't have a whole lot of room. I'm just going to put subtract. I can subtract this problem since I don't have a whole lot of room. So we're going to stick with that. We know we're subtracting. So let's do what we did yesterday. Show how you solve the problem. So step 1, I'm going to show those 13 hats in my 10 frames. 13. Okay. Now remember, when we do it like this, we take away, I'm going to take away this 3, and I'm left with 10, right? Well, remember, we're ultimately subtracting 5, but I'm left with those 10. I took those 3 away, left with 10. I'm going to take 2 more away because remember, we're taking away 5. What am I left with? Well, I know 10 minus 2 is 8. So that means that Kyle has 8 hats now. So I can write this out just like we did yesterday. 13 hats. I took those 3 away to make my 10. And then I took 2 more away because really, remember, we're taking away 5 of those hats. And that equals 8. 13 minus 5, 3, 4, 5 equals 8. I took away 5. 3, 3, 4, 5. And that leaves me with 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Let's look at another one. I know it says to act it out. We're going to work through it with some pictures like what we've been doing. So we'll draw to show our work. It's asking us, okay, what information am I given and what is my plan or strategy? Let's read our problem. Heather has 14 crackers. Okay, that's important. Some crackers are broken. Does it tell us how many? It doesn't. It doesn't tell us how many are broken. 8 crackers are not broken. How many crackers are broken? So it wants us to find that missing information. So let's start with what we know. We know that there's 14. Oops. I know that there's 14 crackers. So I'm going to draw that. I'm going to use my 10 frames to draw those 14 crackers. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And 8 of them are not broken. I need to find out how many were broken. I'm going to take away the ones that I know were not broken. Right? We're just going to put those ones that are not broken to the side. So I took away 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 8 that I have X's on are the ones that weren't broken. Whatever's left is going to be the ones that were. How many were broken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 14 minus those 6 broken crackers left me with 8 good ones. I found that missing piece of information, 6, and I could check it. 6 plus 8, this 6, right? This 6 plus this 8 will give me 14 crackers. Remember, addition and subtraction are ways that you can use together to check your work. All right, so same thing. It says to act it out to solve, but we're virtual, so we are going to stick with drawing it out. Number 2 says Phil had some stickers. He lost 7 stickers. Now he has 9 stickers. How many stickers did Phil start with? All right, so it tells us Phil had some stickers. It doesn't tell us how many. We have missing information. We do know that he lost 7, and then now he has 9. How many stickers did Phil start with? So this right here, this box, is our missing information. That's the information of what he had to start with. So I'm going to draw some 10 frames. I'm going to draw 2 10 frames. Now, remember, I don't know what this first number is, but I do know that he lost 7 and still has 9. Okay, so I'm going to put my 7 that he lost in here. There's my 7 that he lost. And I'm going to keep going, and by putting 9, I'll change my color, 9 that he still has. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's the 9 that he had. Now we need to find out what he started with. That means we will count these up to figure that out. So I know this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He started with 16 stickers. He lost those 7 and was left with 9. Now I also know that 9 plus 7 will equal 16. 9 of my red stickers plus the 7 of my blue stickers will give me a total of 16 stickers. So Phil started with 16 stickers. Number 3, Hillary has 9 dolls. Abby has 15 dolls. How many fewer dolls does Hillary have than Abby? What do we know? We know that what Hillary has, she has 9. We know what Abby has, she has 15. And it says how many fewer dolls. So that means we're going to subtract. Those words are important. We are comparing Abby's dolls and Hillary's dolls. We're going to find the difference of the two. So we would say 15 minus 9 will equal whatever the difference is. So there's different ways that you could solve this, but let's draw a 10 frame since that's what we've been working on. We actually need 2 10 frames. So there's my 2 10 frames. I'm going to draw the 15 dolls that Abby has. There's Abby's 15 dolls. And Hillary has 9. So we're finding the difference. So I'm going to take away those 9 dolls. Look at a different color. So I know that I can take away these 5 to make 10. And then I can take away 4 more to make 9. What am I left with? I'm left with 6. 6. That means the difference between the two is 6. Hillary has 6 fewer dolls than Abby. All right. Number 4. 10 frogs are in a tree. 3 more frogs jump into the tree. Then 4 frogs jump out of the tree. How many frogs are in the tree now? Okay, well, let's stick with our 10 frames that we have been working with. I'm going to draw 2 10 frames. And remember, if you're at home and you have your 10 frame chart with you, you can use that with some counters. All right, what do I know? I know that 10 frogs are in the tree. I'm going to draw that. That's that whole 10 frame right here. 10 frogs are in the tree. Then it tells me 3 more frogs jump into the tree. That means I need to add 3 more frogs. How many do we have now? 10, 11, 12, 13. But 4 frogs jump out. 4 frogs jump out. And remember, think about what your question's asking you. How many are in the tree now? That means we need to take out those 4 that jumped out of the tree. So I'm going to take out those 4 frogs that jumped out of the tree. There's 3 out. So I'm down to 10, and I can take 1 more out. That's 4. I know that 10 minus that 1 is 9. 9 frogs are in this tree. All right, let's look at another one. 12 birds are on the fence. 3 birds fly away. The same number of birds that are still on the fence join them. How many birds are on the fence now? Okay, so let's draw our 10 frames. I'm going to draw a whole lot of room here. That's okay. All right. Whoops. I drew 1 extra. Let me erase that. There we go. I don't know what I was thinking. Did I hear it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did it here too. That's okay. Now we have 10 frames. All right. Okay, so 12 birds are on the fence. So let me fill in my 12 birds. I know that's going to be at least 1 10 frame and 2 more. There we go. There's 12. And 3 birds fly away. We're going to take those 3 birds away. I took 2 away, left me with 10. 1 more away is 9. I have 9 birds left. But then it says the same number of birds that are still on the fence. What did we say are still on the fence? 9. They join them. That means 9 more birds come and join them. So I need to add that to the fence because it asks how many birds are on the fence now. So we need to put those 9 birds on the fence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These 9 birds came and joined them. So how many birds are on the fence now? Well, I know this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 birds are on the fence now. Let's look at some multiple choice. It tells us to choose the correct answer. Anne and Morgan use paint and stamps to make shirts. Anne makes 14 shirts. She makes 6 more shirts than Morgan. How many shirts does Morgan make? All right. So here's how we're going to solve this. And I just wish they had more room for 10 frames. That's okay. So let's draw a 10 frame, 2 10 frames. Let's draw 2 10 frames. And it tells us, Anne and Morgan use paint and stamps to make shirts. Anne makes 14 shirts. That's 6 more shirts than Morgan. So how many shirts does Morgan make? So I need to draw my 14. 13, 14. All right. That's 6 more shirts than Morgan. So what I would do is 14 minus 6. So I have my 14 and I can take away 6. Let me change colors. Take away these 4. I'm down to 10. 2 more means I took away 6. That means that Morgan made 5, 6, 7, 8. Morgan made 8 shirts. All right. Anne has 8 stamps. Morgan has 17 stamps. how many fewer stamps does Anne have than Morgan? So we're comparing. So we would do 17 minus 8, and we would find the difference between the two. And let's see. We're going to squeeze in some 10 frames right here. We'll draw out the 17 stamps, and we'll take away 1, 2, 3, 4, the 8. I'm just being kind of crazy with these 10 frames today. All right, so let's draw our 17 stamps. So there's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We're comparing them, we're subtracting, so we're going to take away this 8. So I'm going to take away, I know that this is 7. Took away the 7, I'm down to 10. One more, that's 8. I took away 8 stamps. What am I left with? 1 and 10 minus that 1 is 9. So that means the difference between the two is 9. All right. Morgan had 15 shirts. She gave away 7. How many shirts does Morgan have now? So, once again, we're sticking with 10 frames. That's what our focus has been the last couple of days. So let's draw them out. All right. Morgan has 15 shirts. So that's a 10 and 5 ones. But she gave away 7. So I need to mark 7 of those out. I know I can take away this 5 to get to 10. And then 2 more is 7. Well, what's 10 minus 2? I know that 10 minus 2 is 8. That means Morgan has 8 shirts now. Cheryl has 14 flowers. She gives them away. She has 8 left. How many flowers does she give away? So she had 14. She gave some away. Doesn't tell us how many. And she's left with 8. So we're going to find 14 minus what is going to equal 8. Okay, so we could do it like this. So I'm going to draw my 10 frames down here. There's my 10 frames, so I have 14. I know that's a 10 and 4 ones. Okay, I need to figure out how many to take away to give me 8. All right. Let me change colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's the 8 that she has left, right? There's our 8 shirts she has left. Everything else is what she gives away. So how many does she give away? 4, 5, 6. 14 minus 6 equals 8. All right, so your job is to work through these word problems and submit it to Google Classroom. I would use 10 frames because that's what we've been practicing. Draw them out or use your 10 frame work mat with some counters. If you don't have counters, you could even do like little small things like maybe blocks or Legos or rocks or pebbles or something like that. Anything that you could use for a 10 frame, or you could draw them like what we've been doing.